Urban legends and terrifying myths of all kinds seem to surface from all around the world as reports of strange supernatural, paranormal, and extraterrestrial accounts spread through a town or region like wildfire. Some of these urban legends tend to never leave the region in which they first began, whereas others might make national headlines all around the world in their appearance. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be covering 5 terrifying urban legends that come from the country of Mexico and their strange origins. The Tale of the Ironed Lady. The tale of La Planchada, also known as the Ironed Lady, is believed by many in Mexico as the source of strange ghostly nurse sightings across different hospitals in Mexico. According to witnesses, there appears to be the apparition of a nurse that will visit those gravely ill and tend to them before they pass away. The legend of the Ironed Lady was first told in rumor as that of a hard-working nurse falling madly in love with a doctor that rejected her. After being rejected, she purposefully got gravely ill in the hopes of being cared for by the doctor that rejected her, but passed away shortly thereafter in the hospital. To this day, the sight of a ghostly nurse is that of an omen destined to take you to the other side due to your injuries or illnesses. The Disappearance of Bermejo Island. One of the most popular urban legends arising from Mexico is that of the disappearance of a nearby island that many blame is the fault of the United States government. Made popular by the BBC's World Service documentary Mexico's Missing Island, Bermejo Island is a phantom islet that, according to maps as recent as the middle of the 19th century, should currently be lying off of the north coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. However, a survey done in 1997 was unable to locate the island and seemingly found that it had vanished from existence. Conspiracy theorists would later be the ones to find definitive proof of the existence of the island that spanned reference cartographer maps among 400 years of documents, despite many officials denying the existence of the island and blaming erroneous reports. Today, locals believe that the United States government purposefully destroyed the island using nuclear technologies similarly seen at Bikini Atoll to not only reduce the land claim of Mexican territories, but to also allow international passage for their own naval ships and submarines without breaking the treaties outlined in the United Nations Charter Laws of the Sea. On March 20th of 2009, the National Autonomous University of Mexico, as instructed by the Mexican government, was at the center of investigations all throughout the region of where the island was said to rest in an attempt to naturally explain the island's disappearance. The team used an oceanographic vessel known as Justo Sierra, of which was equipped with state-of-the-art devices to help uncover any low-lying lands or completely demolished areas. Though it was originally believed the United States had used nuclear weapons to destroy the islands, at the end of June of that year, the investigation was ended with overwhelming evidence that not only was there no evidence of such a conspiracy, but that there had been no vestiges of an island ever having existed in the area, sunken or otherwise. Today, there appears to be no real answer as to the cause of the disappearance of this island, and locals still regard it as one of the most popular Mexican mysteries and urban legends. The Legend of Isla de las Maracas. Located on a small remote island near Mexico City is a forest that has attracted visitors from all over the world. Mysterious and unknown by the locals at the time of discovery, the forest on the island appears to be completely covered with dolls hanging around the entire region. Most of the dolls appear to be broken or deformed in some way and look to be as described by tourists from the prop set of cliché Hollywood horror movies. Many of the locals see the dolls as protectors that help to safeguard the island from any evil spirits that wish to inhabit the region, and point to references of a 2-decade-old case of a girl wandering through the forests with her doll as protection as proof of this belief. However, tourists that travel great distances to see this strange occurrence regard the dolls with an atmosphere of creepiness and find themselves too uncomfortable to stay anywhere close to the island for a prolonged period of time. It appears that the forest has been at the center of strange urban legends that tell the story of a young girl found on the island, a victim of some strange crime. The father of the girl, stricken with grief, then filled the forest and entire remote island with dolls to help protect the area from evil spirits and make the forest a safe and well-guarded location. Though the truth into this legend might be more than exaggerated, locals still tell the tale to any tourists visiting the region. The Treasurer of Lima, Mexico. Though the treasure was only briefly the target of the Mexican government, it hasn't prevented many from Mexico attempting to find the riches of Lima and the treasure that is rumored to still exist. Removed from Lima, a city in Peru, the Treasure of Lima is reported to have been a collection of treasures, artifacts, and riches worth roughly £160 million, or about $208 million in today's currency. The more interesting story behind the burial of the treasure and the creation of this hunt was built up over centuries of conflicts and tensions within South America. During the 16th century, Spain had taken control of Lima after defeating the native populations in this region, and over the next few centuries worked with the Catholic Church and had gathered a vast amount of resources and treasures within the city of Lima, Peru. It wasn't until the 19th century that this collection of vast wealth was threatened due to rising difficulties in colonies due to wars of independence all across South America. In 1820, as Lima was on the edge of revolt, the Mexican government quickly worked to preserve the established wealth and established a safety precaution for this conflict. The Viceroy of Lima quickly worked to transport the wealth to Mexico for safekeeping and took a detailed inventory of the goods retrieved that outlines jeweled stones, precious metal candlesticks, 2 life-sized solid gold statues, and an untold amount of money. This treasure would quickly be seized by a corrupted Newfoundlander, a captain by the name of William Thompson, who was put in charge of the riches and headed for the Cocos Island located near present-day Costa Rica. Supposedly, the men buried the treasure there and were soon captured after this. The treasure is yet to be uncovered, and many people scour the island in the hopes of locating where it could have been hidden. If you wish to join, then you will have to do this at your own risk, as treasure hunting on Cocos Island has been deemed illegal and is banned by the Costa Rican government. The swine flu outbreak of Mexico. In the month of April, back in 2009, the locals of La Junta in the state of Chihuahua, located in the country of Mexico, began reporting strange sightings of an unexplainable creature that fit the descriptions of the Mothman entity. The locals reported a creature that was described as being incredibly tall and standing at more than 7 feet high, which fit with previously seen claims in the town of Point Pleasant back in 1967. They also claimed that the creature had 2 incredibly large and expansive wings with red bloodshot eyes. Reports failed to mention if the eyes were seen as glowing or merely bloodshot. Additionally, other information was given, such as those of who claimed the creature was more man-like, whereas others argued that the creature was covered from head to toe in a thick wool. One young student in the region even filed a police report in which detailed a personal and terrifying experience of the creature. According to the report, as the boy was walking home, he encountered the Mothman creature in the streets. The Mothman creature then began to follow the boy as it floated overhead and chased him for more than 15 minutes as the boy ran home trying to get away from the creature. Luckily, he was left unharmed as the creature quickly flew away before anyone else could help the student or confirm the sighting. Interestingly enough, similar to the other accounts of a strange sighting and an impending disaster related to the Mothman, it appears that the region was at the center of the eventual swine flu outbreak seen back in 2009. Although the main cause for the swine flu was never truly known, many experts believe that the pandemic very well could have originated in the region of La Junta at the time of the first reported cases of the swine flu infection. Virologists believe that the swine flu itself could have been caused by a strain of influenza virus mutating that, although usually only infected pigs, somehow changed to be able to be transmitted to people from the infected livestock. This has led many locals of the area believing that the Mothman was predicting future events and acting as a warning system for a potential tragedy. Today, no further sightings of the Mothman creature exist in the region, but this hasn't prevented locals from continuing on the claims of the Mothman legend all throughout the area. But what do you think of these 5 strange and unexplainable urban legends found across the country of Mexico? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below, and be sure to share your answers and questions about the video to help grow our community and share insightful comments about the nature of these topics. Hopefully, as we continue to grow our community, we will one day be able to solve these unexplainable mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
Thank you.